So whenever you want to do dimensioning, always know that you need to dimension out in the outer side of your drawing. Don't interfere with your drawing. I don't need. I normally dislike maybe dimensioning in the inner sides of my drawing. So I need us to do to dimension, but we'll focus on the outer sides. So to dimension, you need to locate something known as annotate. So you'll see home, solid, service, mesh, visualize, insert, annotate. So click on that. Then under annotate again, you'll see we have multi-text, we have all this, we have the dimension. So we'll focus in this section of dimensioning. This section are going to focus here. So again, to dimension, we have lines, we have rectangles, we have angles, we have different sections. So to dimension, we need to know what we are dimensioning. For example, we need to dimension this circle. Then that circle, we can either pick radius or diameter. So we can pick, depending on our question, they dimension that as diameter. So this is diameter, this is diameter, so let's dimension it in that manner. So we pick diameter, then we dimension this towards that section. We also repeat, right click, we dimension this towards that section. So we'll have that, we'll have done that, and then what about this circle? Let's confirm how they dimensioned it. That circle is also in diameter, so we again put diameter, so we can repeat dimensioning the diameter, then you can place this here. Then the distance between this section and this section, we can dimension it by is the same distance between this section to the outward section here. Yeah, so we can change this into aligned. So we can align this to this end section, to this mid point, then we dimension it going downwards. Maybe can place it there. We again repeat, right click, repeat the same from this outer section. So from this outer section to this section, which is that section, is it 1 or 2, and then place it down here. So the inner dimensions should be found in the inner parts, the others will be found outside. So that's it, you can dimension that. So we only need 6 major dimensions, so we are remaining with if we dimension this on this other side, then that means that we'll have done, we need only to dimension once. So radius of this circle, you can place it there. Again we repeat the radius of this, we repeat it there. So again you need to know the total height, so you can pick aligned, then click on this section and that section to have the total height of our drawing. So I believe we almost have the 6 major dimensions that we are told. So we also need to dimension this section. Dimensioning this section, you can as well have that measurement here, this section. So you can have that dimension. So we can have this section to that here. Okay, so I believe up to that section you understand now what we mean by orthographic drawing. So this is what is needed of you during an examination period. So this is what the examiner wants you to do during the exam. Some instances, your dimensions might be so tiny that it can be visible. So to do that, you need to go to dimension, then you need to go to dimension, then this arrow, then you have this. So you go to modify, then go to fit, then increase your scale. So maybe you can increase it to whichever you want depending on the level of the scale used while drawing your work. Then you put it OK, then set as current, then you close. So you'll realize that your dimensions will have been much visible than the earlier one. So that's what is needed of you during an exam period. Thank you.